Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with a discussion that I've wanted to have for a while now. And Lily, if you saw my last video, Lily's being very annoying today, so hopefully she stays quiet because she's a ball and she's whining. So anyways, do you want to see her? Here, come here. Oh, look at your Lily. Oh my goodness, hi. She's really wagging her tail right now. Yeah, will this calm you down? Alright, well, so I'm here to talk about the new adult genre. I think I have been reading new adult since it happened because I was lucky enough to be in the new adult age when new adult started. So I graduated high school in 2011, and that I feel like is the new adult age. I wanted to make this video because I see a lot of people labeling things new adult that I completely disagree are new adult. To me, my basic definition of new adult is a book about a character in their early 20s or late teens who is in college or college aged and is trying to figure out their life. So typically, I mean, these are all romances. They are much more explicit in the romance than YA, but they are not about characters who have established lives. They're not about characters who have like full-time jobs and they have like adult priorities. Like, I'm 25. I don't think if you wrote a book about my life, no one would want to read that, but if you wrote a book about my life, it would be an adult romance. It would not be new adult. I think that like there's a lot of books about mid to late 20 characters with children, with full-time jobs, with divorce issues and marital issues. Those are adult romances. Though they have been around forever, those are adult romances. New adult to me are the stage of your life where you don't know who you are, sorry, I'm holding Lily's ball because she won't stop playing with it and it's annoying. But they're at the point in your life where you don't know who you are, you're experimenting with different people, with who you want to be, and a lot of it takes place in college, and I have the in my opinion, OG new adult romances. And then I have some more recent ones that I feel like fall in the category of new adult, that definitely they are today, but I feel like new adult is not as crazy as it was when it first came about. Like when it first came out, that's what everybody was writing. Now I think a lot of people are shifting towards adult romances, and I don't know if it's because the audience, like myself, is growing up with it. So it started in 2011 when I was 18 going into college, and that was the age where all of us in college were reading about people in college and we loved it. But as we grew out of college, all the books we're reading, like I'm 25, there's a ton of books about people in that age range. So I will go ahead and get to the original new adult books and discuss them. I cannot do a new adult video without talking about Jamie Maguire. Now I think all of these were published indie first, and then they were picked up by publishers once they realized new adult was a genre, and that is Beautiful Disaster. This book was people's obsession. This paperback, I believe, came out in 2011, which is the beginning of new adult. So I think Jamie Maguire was one of the pioneer authors for the new adult genre. This is about a girl in college who falls for the bad boy. New adult loves the bad boy. Just gonna put that out there. They are not always the healthiest of relationships, but Travis is very possessive. He is in an underground fighting club. So drama, and more drama. Lots of romance times between them, and Abby is trying to figure out her life, and she is in college, and it reads kind of like high school in a college setting. Like this college setting, what bothered me when I was reading it was it didn't like reflect my college experience because it felt like it was in high school. There was one cafeteria everybody went to. Everybody knew Travis as the big man on campus. There was no big man on campus at my college, and it was not huge, but it was big enough that we had dining halls all over campus, that there was no one that everybody went to that they would stare at you, and like it felt very high school-y, like size-wise of the college. So I think a big part of new adult is the fact that it feels like high school in a college setting. And so lots of drama. This was the first, I think, big new adult book that people became obsessed with. Fun fact too, all four of these authors I'm talking about I've met in person and all my books are signed, so I'm a huge fan of them. The next one I also think is an author that published this when she even told me when I met her, there was nothing else like it. She's like, I wanted to read about a character in this age range, so I wrote it. And that is Losing It by Cora Carmack. This is Bliss. I'm pretty sure Bliss is a senior in college. She is an acting major, and she's at that point in her life where she doesn't know what she wants to do when she graduates. She doesn't know what to do with her life, and she falls for her professor. So this definitely is one of the OG new adult books that everybody lost their minds over. I loved it. I mean, I remember telling Cora this is one of the first new adults I ever read, and she said she just wanted to write what wasn't out there yet, so she is definitely one of the pioneers of the new adult genre. Another book that was around that time period of 2011, 2012, kind of bleeding into 2013 if they self-published previously, is 10 Tiny Breaths by K.A. Tucker. This is another one I remember reading on vacation during the summer, I think of 2013 is when I read this. Maybe it was 2014. I don't remember. I was in college when I read this. This one is about a girl college age, but she's not in college, and so I think that's why I really loved this. Her and her sister lost their parents. They're not in a good situation, so she takes her sister to Florida and raises her sister. Her sister is in high school. She's having her go to high school and like get good grades to go to a good college while she is working and trying to support her sister and falling in love with the neighbor. So this one definitely is one of the pioneers as well, without all of the drama that Beautiful Disaster has. There's drama in this, but it felt much more grown up than Beautiful Disaster, but I think she's like 19 in this book, so still that age where she doesn't know what to do with her life, but she has to take on a lot of responsibilities, and it was amazing. I remember reading the ebook, and I didn't get the paperback until like recently, but one of the original new adult books I read as well. Book 2 in the series is about her sister when she's in college, so that's definitely new adult, but I think books 3 and 4 I know are about older characters that I don't necessarily would say is new adult in this series. I do want to mention real quick, Abby Glines is also one of the OG new adult authors. I have only read like 3 Abby Glines new adult books. I've read some of her YA, but I can't say for certain talking about her books and their plots because I don't remember the ones I have read, and they are though like OG everybody's obsessed with because I went to the Atria tour in 2014 for Jamie McGuire, Abby Glines, and Colleen Hoover. That was like the leaders of new adult book tour that was happening with Atria. Colleen Hoover wrote Hopeless. This says it came out in 2013. I remember reading an ebook of it I think when it was self-published, I don't remember. And this self-published book too, people are like bonkers over the self-published books of these. These go for like $200 self-published, as well as the 10 Tiny Breaths book. The indie copy are like unicorn books that people will pay bank for, but this one takes place in high school, but reads like a new adult. I have that category for later books I'm going to talk about, are books that the content is not something I would give my high schoolers. This is about a girl who, I think he's a neighbor who moves in, and there's a lot of secrets. That's all I can say, but it's their romance, and it's Colleen Hoover from this book. Slammed is one that's okay. I don't really remember Slammed that well. I think Hopeless was my first book by her, and Slammed takes place in high school as well. That's a student-teacher romance. This one, it's just, there's a lot of shock value in things that happen that Colleen really does well in all of her books. So this is definitely a pioneer in the new adult genre. When Colleen just decided to write, I don't remember, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so Slammed is her first book, I believe, but this one I think really put her on the map and people loved. So this is again another original new adult romance. Going into books today that are new adult, Sarah and I writing the Douchebag series and her College Row series, I believe. I only have Switch Hitter, and I've only read Switch Hitter, I'm pretty sure. And I've read How to Date a Douchebag, The Studying Hours, which is this one. And these are in college, cocky, frustrating love interests that you can't help but love. This is not nearly as bad as Travis from Beautiful Disaster, but they are cocky, arrogant, and get the girl they want. And so this is a wrestling romance. This was baseball, but I don't remember the other sports in this series, but these are definitely like quintessential new adult, taking place in college. They're dealing with school and dating and figuring out what they want to do in their lives, so this is something that is recent, that is new adult. I can't talk about new adult without talking about Penelope Douglas. This one I think is like actual new adult. The character is not in college, but I don't know, I don't think she might be in college. I don't even remember if they talked about her taking classes, but she's not in high school, so she's older than that. She's working. She might be taking classes, I don't remember, but it's a forbidden romance, so it is her with her current boyfriend's dad. There's no like cheating on her part, but there is like feelings involved, and it's really good, but it's that age where it's like super angsty and she's trying to figure out her life, so definitely Penelope. And I do think that Bully is also one of the original ones, so I should have talked about it in my previous books I was talking about, but this is about Tate and Jared, and they're actually in high school, but like I said, the content is definitely new adult, kind of like Punk 57. There's just content in there that is more mature, that 15, 16-year-olds shouldn't be reading, but it is about people who are typically older. So when I talk about new adult in high school, they're like 17 or 18. They're always like seniors in high school, and this is a bullying story, super angsty, like I said, super angry, mean, love interest, like Travis, but not as bad. Like no one can beat how bad Travis is. And I love this book. And it is one of the originals when she self-published as well. I don't remember when Bully came out. This came out in 2013, so I don't know if it didn't publish like this until 2016. It's saying first NAL Printing, which is the publisher, was in 2016, so I don't know if she self-published in 2013, but this definitely is new adult. The last book I want to talk about is definitely new adult in high school, and that is Paper Princess. The whole Paper Princess series, super angsty, super mean, angry love interest, and they're in high school, but there's a lot more mature content, and there's just like so much angst. I feel like new adult and angst go hand in hand. This is Ella, who is stripping because her mom died, and she's trying to make money, and she's using her mom's ID, and so she's taken in by this really rich guy and his 5 sons, and the sons hate her, but of course there is a romance between her and Reed, who is not the oldest. I want to say he's the second oldest, maybe. I think she's a junior in high school in this one, but Reed is a senior, possibly. I think so. But this is one of my new recent favorites. Recent, I say, but it's like been 2 years since this came out. 3, this came out in 2016, but the whole series recently wrapped up, so definitely new adult. Yeah. Okay, so that is my take on new adult. I think that if you're calling adult romances new adult, please stop. It's just like super picky on my part, but like when people bring up, I forget like what examples there are. A lot of what Berkeley publishes, like the Kiss Quotient, those are not new adult. Those are definitely adult romances. They take place at a point where they are solid in their careers. They're pretty solid in who they know who they are, and it's just focusing on their angst with their romance, while new adult is all about like who they are. They don't know what to do with their lives, and they don't know who they want to be with and what kind of person they want to be with, and that's what new adult is. And there's super angst in new adult. So let me know down below your favorite new adult books, if how long you've been reading new adult, and what your definition of new adult is, if you agree with me about the age range, like 18 to 23 about there. Let me know. I just wanted to talk about it to see what you guys thought. So that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day. Bye.